The truth has come out. An absolute bombshell video today surfaced of IDF soldiers at the Gaza aid site steering down a Palestinian mob, a mob of Gazans, and you would think like a massive amount of people running at you makes a guy scared, makes a guy terrified. Maybe he wants to shoot. No. IDF says, don't shoot. They're civilians, don't shoot. And the Gazans run, get the aid. And actually, some Gazans were cheering on the IDF. So without further ado, check out the video, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, so some people might say, well, they were anticipating to shoot. Maybe some of them were going to shoot until the order was given not to, and that's disgusting. That's evil. Well, actually, no. If you paid attention to that video, it's coming from the point of view perspective. So you have literally an inside look into what an IDF soldier sees. And what the guy saw was a mob of Gazans, doesn't know if they're Hamas or regular, ordinary civilians, running towards him at a fast pace, right? And so he has to make a split-second decision to try to protect himself, potentially, or hold off. And, in this case, the commander said to stand down, and obviously they didn't engage at all. Now, understand this happens often, where Gazans, instead of going and actually listening to directions and coming slowly and, one by one or in some kind of orderly manner, they'll rush the aid site. Now, part of that is Hamas's fault, because Hamas will actually shoot on the sides to basically make the Gazan civilians come forward. But understand what's happening here. You're a soldier looking at a mob. And obviously you can, be like, okay, these guys are coming towards me. I have to save myself. And so why do I show you this video? Besides for the fact that obviously it disproves a lot of the Gaza lies that, Israel's killing people at the Gaza aid sites indiscriminately for no reason at all. Completely false. Besides for that, well, imagine yourself as an IDF soldier. You're in Gaza and you're potentially facing 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 situations like this weekly, if not daily, where you can either protect yourself and try to take measures in order to save your own life, or try to avoid civilian casualties. Your commander is telling you, no, you can't shoot. You can't fight back. Like, if that mob continued to come, it might have been too late. They might have been run over, and it would have been, a slaughter of IDF soldiers. Totally could have happened. And the world wouldn't care at all. And then people talk about how are there so many innocent civilians dying in Gaza? How many, so many unintentional casualties with situations like this, where Gazan is in the wrong place at the wrong time. They're not supposed to be in this zone or that zone. And you don't know if it's a Hamas operative. Again, they don't wear uniforms. They don't tell you who they are. They could come out of a tunnel. And so it puts the IDF and, literal 18-year-old boys in a very, very scary situation. And so that is why people say war is terrible. War is horrible. Any way you slice it, it just is. And instead of looking at, the IDF and saying, oh, look how many people are dying on the other side. You shouldn't be looking at numbers. You shouldn't be looking at just absolute suffering. What you should be doing is looking at who's prolonging it, who's stopping it from ending. Hamas. Hamas could give back the hostages tomorrow. Hamas could surrender tomorrow. But instead, they decide to continuously put their own civilians in danger and use them as human shields in order to gain sympathy from the world, in order to pressure the IDF and Israel to end the war before A, getting their hostages back, and B, basically making sure Hamas, the people that committed October 7th, are destroyed. That's it. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.